Hi, guys. Nice to see you. I am creating a video here today about internal boundary setting. I think this is an area of confusion for many of us, and only recently did I become aware of a really incredible tool to help me stay safe and protected inside myself when when maybe anything that felt like noxious or anything was coming at me that I wasn't sure I wanted to let in. So I'm going to just walk you through a little bit of for lack of a better term, I'll call it a guided visualization. Um, so if you're ready and willing and wanting to know how to erect a boundary inside of yourself that will keep you protected and not, if you're a sensitive person, not being just permeated by anything that comes at you and potentially really affected by what comes at you. So this is for you. And I think really it's for everyone. So let yourself be in a settled state, whatever that looks like for you, whether it's a lying down place or it's a sitting with your feet on the floor. And just take a breath and as your eyes close, see if you can allow yourself to sink into your breath. Notice where your breath is, and it might be kind of high in your chest. You may have been running around all day. So just see if you can breathe until you can enjoy riding along sort of the wave of your breath, the out breath and the in breath. And imagine for a moment you're in a really, really special place. A place where you feel entirely connected and safe, entirely engaged in whatever way you want to be engaged. So you don't need to feed, you don't need to be, being active in this place. You can be in your bed, in your mind, or by a fire, or you can be on the beach. You can be on a very particular beach. You can be at the top of a mountain or in a place in this world that just gives you a feeling of sanctuary, of safety. So you're just relaxed and comfortable in this place. That's really all that's required. You're safe. You're free in this place. And just keep your eyes closed. Just name, if you can, either inside of yourself or out loud if you like, where this place is. Just kind of bookmark it. So just be there and let yourself feel, smell how it is to be there. Notice the sensation of being there. Notice the image if you were to make it crystal clear or more three-dimensional or even four-dimensional if possible, and really just allow the whole image to show itself to you. Notice the feeling you have inside of this place, inside yourself while you're in this place. So even if it's just kind of curled up in your bed with an animal that you love, or curled up in your bed with your book, whatever it is for you, just notice the feeling you feel as you are in this place. Finally, notice any thoughts you have, just of what's playing in between your ears. And notice if there's any movement associated with this place. Now, as you're just savoring this, let yourself feel what it is to be here. Light it up. And I want you to drop the place, but keep the feeling all around you. The same good, relaxed feeling, but the place falls away. Take a breath into this feeling. And I want you to put all the way around you at 360-degree arm's length away. This is imaginary, but some sort of boundary that could be either realistic or fantastic. It could be a brick wall. It could be a lot of flowers. It could be a bell jar. It could be a force field. It could be anything you can imagine. It can be magical. All that I ask around about this boundary is that it either be transparent Or if it's not transparent, you put a window in it so that you're completely protected, but you can also see directly through it, both at the same time, protected, but able to see what's coming at you. Like read it, notice it. So I want you to go ahead and put up this boundary. Keep your eyes closed, erect it all the way around you, 360 degrees. Remember, not just this way too, on the top of your head, underneath your feet. You have this safe zone of protection that you are erecting right now. Keep your eyes closed. Notice how you can look around, you can see through it. This magical boundary allows you to even turn your head. You could see behind you, you can see your right out the window behind you. No one can get in, and you're totally relaxed. Outside of it, the people you love are feeling their feelings and having their puzzles of their life and doing what they do and having their behaviors and maybe acting out their feelings, whatever it is that they're doing. They're sort of outside the boundary. But all you have to do is put the boundary up and it will protect you. It will do its job. All you have to do is call on it at any moment. Feel this. This is a power that you have to erect it at any moment for your own protection. Inside your boundary, you can be relaxed, open, curious, spacious. You don't have to steel yourself to protect yourself anymore. You don't have to clench. Your boundary will do all of that for you. Your boundary is supple too, meaning that whatever comes in that actually feels true to you can be let in by you. And whatever feels not true for you, the boundary becomes impermeable. And the thing that's coming at you goes splat on the outside of the boundary. And it could bounce off, it could splat, it could, slide off the side. But whatever it is, if it doesn't feel like a truth to you, it cannot permeate the boundary. An atom bomb could go off outside of your boundary and you would be protected. All you have to do is put it up and it will do its job. How is that for you to notice? Keep your eyes closed. Now, what I'm going to do in the next moment is count backwards from 3 to 1. And when I get to 1, I'm going to ask you to open your eyes. Don't do it yet. But when you do, you're going to keep this boundary, the image of this boundary, however fantastical, however magical it is, you're going to keep it around you, encircling you. And you're going to have a functional internal boundary for the rest of this hour and beyond, should you choose to call on it to help you, to protect you. 3, 2, 1. Open your eyes. You have boundaries. Makes me always just kind of smile. A boundary is supple, remember. You decide what gets to come in based on the truth of it. It's inviolate in terms of what comes in, but it's also nuanced in terms of what you can allow in. If someone's talking to you or interacting with you in a way that you don't feel is merited or true or connecting or safe, you can put up your boundary, your force field, whatever it is for you, whatever they're throwing at you point by point that does not feel true, goes splat. It stays on the outside of your boundary. And you say to yourself, that's about them, it's not about me. So we don't have to get bent out of shape and reactive and take in everything that is coming at us. We don't have to get mad about something that's not true. This is what a boundary will do for you. And all you have to do is call on it. So let's say you have a kid who you're especially sensitive to, and you sense that they're kind of off kilter. They're even potentially showing signs of getting ready to lash out at you. I can close my eyes and call up my boundary. I can surround myself and imagine that the moment something comes at me that doesn't feel true or actually feels, like a violation to me, would threaten my safety, my feeling of safety, it would go splat. And I'm just going to say it out loud or inside of myself, splat, so that I can really see that that is not coming in. I can kind of mark it with a word. You can say splat inside your own head if you want, but boundaries are the antidote to reactivity. An overly reactive person is generally a boundary-less person. It's a person whose everything can come into. So allow yourself the freedom to erect a boundary so that you can choose whether or not you want to respond, whether you want to defend, or whether you just want to be protected. Boundaries give you the capacity to self regulate. You don't get bent out of shape because someone makes up something about you. That's the hallmark of a boundaryless person. They wear kind of an invisible t shirt that says, I can't believe you think that about me. I'm so hurt. But that person hasn't got the option to erect a boundary when people make stuff up about them, which people do all day long. We can start to relax with a boundary. We can normalize the fact that people make stuff up about us all day long. You can stay engaged. You can pick through what's coming at you, picking through it. Oh, that feels true, but that one doesn't. I'm letting this in, but not that. So just notice your choice to do this. Notice a choice to allow people to make shit up about you all day long, and you get to decide whether you let it in or not. So you can stay inside of this boundary and hold yourself in warm regard, and you can protect yourself at the same time while other people's stuff that's about them and not about you goes splat. I hope that this has been effective and helpful to you. I hope that you'll practice it throughout your days and notice that you can carry this boundary with you everywhere you go from now on. Anytime you're feeling activated or stirred up, you can save yourself by just kind of erecting your boundary, coming inside and saying, I am enough and I have value. I am no better than, no worse than anyone else on the planet. I have the same value as everyone else, and I have the same basic worth as anyone else, not more and not less. This is self-esteem work. Once we get inside that boundary, reminding yourself of this. And we do self-esteem work whenever we're working with boundaries. Thank you for tuning in. This exercise was authored and written by Terry Real, and I learned it in a Terry Real conference, who is just a wonderful mentor and teacher to me. Thank you.